Hey guys, welcome back to the podcast. I am finally back. I know you guys missed me after 2 episodes without me, Bobe.
Damn, you weren't in the last 2.
I know. I'm back though. I'm here and I want to talk. So I'm excited for today.
Sweet, man. I'm
Sweet
using a
man.
different mic. This is different for me. I wonder how I sound. It probably sounds almost the exact same. We all got stands now. We have 4 mics. We have a complete set now. So if we have 2 more guests, then we can have a full setup. And last time Brittany didn't come on the podcast with her brother and cousin because we didn't have the extra mic. So
Exactly. And I didn't want to go back and forth between a mic. I just felt like it'd be annoying after a while. So that's why I chose not to be on that podcast, even though they claimed I was being very emotional. I was actually, but
she was in a mood. But now we have full setup of mics. This table, I want a chair. I want adjustable chairs. When we move into our new house, we're going to get into that. But I want adjustable chairs so we can have the right mic height.
Yeah.
This isn't bad, but you want
to be more comfortable.
This table is really cool,
talk.
but it has swivel little seats, so you can't lift your chair up,
Exactly.
But we're working with what we got right now. This will be probably the last podcast where the camera will shut off midway through. We just figured out the issue. Basically, this camera isn't for videos; it's for pictures usually. It's a good video camera though, but
it is. It's just not meant for long periods of videos,
Yeah, so you can't record, what is it, longer than 30 minutes.
And that's when it
so
cuts
after
off.
30 minutes, that's why it cuts off. But we figured out that most podcasts uses camcorders.
Yeah, they use camcorders or really advanced video cameras that are actually meant for videos.
And you can
not
record
photos.
for hours, I think,
Yeah.
multiple hours. So that's what we're going to get. We should have that for the next episode. I'm going to Amazon one, and we're going to Oregon Friday, so we want to get some content out for you guys. We might have another podcast coming out too if her friend is down to come on.
It's gonna be hard. It's just because I have work tomorrow and we leave Friday morning.
Okay, so maybe
I can't
not.
guarantee another podcast, but I know when we'll be back.
We're gonna get back into it, and we posted a YouTube video on our main channel, so we've been back. I just got back from Indiana. I was gone for a week. Brittany was missing me.
I sure was. It was long. I hate being away from you for that long.
Yeah, it was weird. It was the first time we were away from each other that long. But I had to go home, get my taxes done, and spend time with family. What else? Oh, yeah, you guys saw John on the podcast.
Yeah.
A lot of you guys like
me.
John. I think that video has the most comments, and it doesn't have the most views. It's getting up there, but you guys really like John. We were funny. And John actually might come move here and live with us eventually. We'll get into that. But I did my taxes. Brittany did her taxes.
I did.
And we're both getting money back. First time ever I'm getting money back.
I always get money back, luckily. I don't want to have that day where I don't get money
But this was
back.
your first time doing self-employed taxes.
Yeah, that was different. I thought it'd be a lot harder. I was very intimidated about the fact that I had to do self-employment.
But you didn't make
But it
a
wasn't.
huge lump sum, so you weren't worried.
That's why it was so easy. Because I just was able to mainly write off everything that I made.
Right. So if you guys don't know, if you're self-employed, I think they punish you a little bit harder. And
if you make a certain amount.
But regardless, they're taxing you for owning your own business, and it's more tax than a regular 9-to-5 worker. If you make more money, you're going to pay more taxes, and some people agree with it, some people don't. But bottom line is, last year, let me just put this in perspective. The first year I was on OnlyFans and made a lot of money, a good amount of money. They put you in a certain bracket. So that year it was 36%. Because
crazy.
I made a certain amount of money. So let's just say that it goes from 36 to I don't know. There's 22 I know and 24. So there's a limit. If I would have made a certain amount less, I would have only owed 24% or something. But I was in the 36%. So every dollar I made, 36% of that went to taxes.
Which is crazy because you don't realize how much it is until they tell you oh, you owe this.
So I always say they penalize the obviously the rich. I guess I'm not rich, but the successful people, because that was a really good year. It was my first year. I made a lot of money, and I'm having to hand away. I'll just tell you guys, I gave away $117,000, I think, straight out of my account because I saved 40% that year, so I had extra in. Just $117,000 just straight to, I don't know what,
crazy.
just taxes.
I know. But then I'm just imagine if you're a millionaire, just only a millionaire,
right,
and paying 36% of that I would cry. Imagine like working my butt off and you.
Well, they have a lot of
that
tax
much.
write-offs. That's why, like, when Donald Trump said he
True.
doesn't pay anything in taxes, it's because he owns hotels. So all the maids he pays, if you don't know what tax write-off is, let's say I owe $117,000. If I have an employee that I pay $20,000 a year, off of that 117, you take off 20,000 because you're paying your employees. So, like this robe I have on, this Versace robe.
Everyone, yeah, exactly. Like when you see those influencers buying like 30,000 at
Yeah.
Chanel, like that's all write-offs that they're using.
Like Trisha Paytas.
That's why I try to like use so many write-offs so I didn't have to owe, and luckily I was able to do that. Like I kept buying makeup because like my whole thing for
and, like,
social media is makeup.
Our new camcorder we're gonna buy, that's a tax write-off for me. So this robe, like I said, $1,000. Would I ever buy this robe if I didn't have to pay taxes? Hell no. But for my videos and pictures that I want to take in this robe for my content, if I do an OnlyFans photo shoot, I can write it off for taxes. So instead of me giving $1,000 to the government, I bought this robe so I can enjoy it.
Exactly.
And this year
Taxes suck.
Yeah, this year I was lucky enough. I only paid 22% because I had a lot of write-offs and I didn't make as much. And I was kind of glad because now I get more money back because I made estimated payments. Like every 4 months, I would send the IRS like $20K. And then at the end of the year, if you paid more because you thought you were going to make more, you get your money back. So I'm supposed to be getting money back, which is good because we're supposed to be buying a house. So we can talk about the house now. We're done about taxes, but fuck, man.
What you want to talk about the house? That was such a random noise. I'm so sorry, guys.
So yeah.
So
on our main YouTube channel, we went and toured these houses. You probably
might
have seen it. You might not have.
Yeah, I forgot what we titled it. I think it was like our house, our future home or something. Yeah. So I don't know if we showed it. No, we didn't show you guys that house on that video. We were actually eyeing a different one at first.
Should we do like a little overlay? Like I can pull up the video and we can like talk about it and put our thing in the bottom screen. Yeah. So what do we put up at the same time, or you can visualize it pretty much? Do you want me to explain it? Or do you want to?
No, you can explain it.
Craig
I feel like
Ranch.
you know these words better than I do. You're gonna be like all these. I can't even use a big word because I don't know my English at all.
Okay, so basically we're looking at new builds. 2021, it's a community that's almost fully finished. They're building houses left and right. We get to customize everything. So we already went in. We picked out appliances and stuff.
It's just like the construction part.
Yeah.
We got to customize.
So like if you want a fan in a certain room, if you want lights in a certain room, we picked all that out. We picked out if we wanted to mount our TV so they could pre-wire it, everything. And we only picked out the design for the front of the house, like the color of the house, the door, the roof.
I think that was the most exciting part.
It was cool.
You got to choose like the outside. And never
now we
knew
got to do the
people got
inside.
to do that.
Yeah, now we got to do the inside. But we're just waiting for our contract to be done and put all the pricing in, and we're going to go in, put our money down, and then we're going to design it. So that's exciting.
I'm so
But
excited.
Here's the picture. I'm going to put it on the screen right here. That's what our outside is. The door is like the bluish color, and then our house is like the cream, and our garage door I think is like the dark brown. So it looks...
I never checked it out.
Yeah, it looks really nice.
Oh, yeah.
But I guess we could just go through this house.
Oh, yeah. And then I like that we'll also have like a flat roof because, like, I mean, all of Vegas homes, they have like more of a U shape, I guess.
Yeah.
Like an upside down U. And that this one has flat roof, which I really love. I feel like it makes it look
different.
so much better. I don't know.
All right. So we'll go through this house real quick. I'm going to screen record. But I'm going to skip through it. That's the problem.
That's fine. I just want to like kind of watch it though so I can know what you're talking about.
Okay. So here's an ad. So this is the outside of the house. Ours is not going to have the flat roof right there. Different color garage door.
Yeah.
Same color door though. This is the blue color door we're getting. You'll see it in a second.
Also with this video, so everything's going to be on the right side. Our build is going to be on the opposite side.
Yeah, they're flipping the whole construction to the other side. It's weird.
It'll be left instead. So when you enter the kitchen, will be to the left instead
So let's
of the right.
skip. We'll skip through this. I just want to give you guys a gist of what it's going to look like. So that's our color of the door right here. If this video is going to load. I like this blue. I think it might be a little lighter actually, but I love the blue. Comes with smart locks. That's awesome.
Which is cool because they also have like a Google, and
Yeah.
you can say like unlock the door.
Hey Google,
and
unlock the front door, and it'll unlock. So right here when you walk in, the bathroom's right in front of you, but everything's gonna be switched. Like the living room and all this is going to be on the left and the bathroom is going to be on the right. It's so weird that they can do that.
We like tested it out on we like downloaded the video and flipped it, and it actually looked so much more better the other way around, which
we liked it. It was different. So yeah, here's the great room, the living room. I love the brick wall or like the stone there. We might do that depending on how much it is. We don't know.
We obviously don't want to do too many upgrades, so it's not like too much cost out of our pocket, but
yeah, so
it's something we are interested in.
This is the downstairs. The railings look really nice. We're getting the same exact railings.
Yeah.
We clarified that. Looks nice. Then we have a little dining room, which is awesome because in this house we don't have that.
Yeah, we just had to like squeeze the table in between the living room and
it's
the
just
kitchen.
awkward here. So we're glad we get a little eating space. I love the big counter and the brownish cabinets are nice.
Yeah, we're looking into like the brownish color.
We were gonna do
what
white.
Was the other one? No, I don't really. I'm not
it was like an
ash,
ash gray maybe.
Yeah, like an ashy gray brown, if that makes sense. I'm horrible at describing colors.
Okay,
guys.
so we're not gonna show you the whole house. I want to just show you guys this and then like the little loft upstairs. So we're gonna skip through. I don't want to give away this whole house. I mean, not everyone's gonna watch this, but the backyard we're gonna get all dirt. We're not finishing it. It's gonna cost way too much money. We'll do that ourselves later down the road. Okay, so we go upstairs, and this is the last part I'm gonna show you guys. But there's only a select few of you guys that are real that watch our podcast. It's gonna grow more and more, and we'll have the house by then when it's like big. But when we go upstairs, this is the cool part. It's a loft with like a TV on the wall, chill space. This is gonna be my space technically, but
yeah, I told Connor like the loft is his space and everything. Like it's his area. If he wants to watch games, that's his area. But the downstairs is going to be my little area because that's where I always like to sit down and like watch TV.
So downstairs. Yeah, that's the loft. That's the video right there, I think. Unless it didn't even just fucking record. Holy shit.
That would have been a fail. But the cool thing about this is like, or no, there was another option. Like instead of having loft, you could have had a fourth bedroom, but we didn't really want a fourth bedroom. I thought it'd just be better to have like an extra chill area. Yeah. So like if his friends and my friends are over, we can like both chill in different areas if we needed to, you know?
So it's 3 bedrooms.
Yeah, 3 bedrooms, a loft, and then
the downstairs. But we're going to have our room, which is one, and then we're going to have like a podcast room.
Yeah. And
or a gaming room. Podcast and gaming. Hopefully we can like fit a desk and shit in there.
But his gaming room, so the one we're aiming to make his gaming room also has like a really, really big closet.
But that's going to be the podcast room too, right?
Yeah. So I'm like, if you needed to, like you can
I'll just
possibly
throw the gaming shit in there.
Yeah, throw like the gaming
like
stuff
a huge
into your like
closet.
You can make the closet your gaming section because you don't need like a lot of space for your gaming. And there's a window in there.
Might get a little hot in there, but yeah. We're gonna get a dope setup. I wanna make the podcast room lit. But yeah, we're in the process of buying a house finally. Like we can update you guys and say we're going through with it. And exciting. We're just waiting for the contract. And we're going to give them our money. They're probably building it right now, but we're going to hope it gets done in less than like 7 months at the max. That's what they said.
Yeah. My cousin's actually working for the homes and he said like he said like it'll be done by like 3 to 4 months. So
3 to 4, like the earliest. And then like, I'm going to guess it gets done like September.
I want to say, I hope it gets done just by like before fall. Like the beginning of fall.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
That would be amazing.
So that is what we're doing. We're going to update you guys more as we do it on our main channel probably and on the podcast. But we're excited to get the house. It's going to be awesome.
It's exciting for like us. It's a new beginning again. Like not really, but like it's something that we'll own instead of like paying
rent. I hate paying rent, dude.
Yeah.
So we're going to have to pay month to month here until our house is ready probably, which sucks. But like we've lived here a year. What's another half a year if we have to? So
yeah,
it's all part of the process. That can lead us into our next topic, I guess, like our income and what we're trying to do with our careers. Yeah. Brittany's still at Amazon, obviously.
I hate it. I'm trying to leave. I actually applied at this new dental office and I'm hoping that I do get it. Me too. Like, so I used to work at a dental office before the pandemic happened and it just kind of like fell off because of the pandemic. It was a private office and we were all impacted at the time. And I knew like if I went back that my hours were going to be completely cut off because I'm the newbie and all that. They usually like always do the newbie first. Like,
and your money wasn't as good.
It really wasn't that good at all either. It was competing for hours, honestly. because the owner was like kind of tight on the pocket or tight in his pocket, whatever you want to say.
But
So,
this new office is like
yeah,
oral.
they're an oral surgery office, and I applied for them, and I'm hoping that I get it. But one of the old workers had just got a job there, and she's like, hey, they're looking for someone. So I'm praying that I get that job.
And it should be around the same pay as Amazon, if not a little more, hopefully.
Hopefully, I'm
If
praying.
it's the same or even like 50 cents or $1 less, at which I think it could be, who cares?
It's still worth it. I'm
She's
tired
like
of working at Amazon.
so long Amazon 11-hour days.
Yes,
and it's
they've
just
been
hard
making
work.
do it for a month, and I'm tired. It's not worth it. I literally tell people like the pay is nice. Trust me, I'm with you there.
But it's not like you're living
not
freaking
worth
lavish.
it.
Like you're
No,
going in 11
I know.
hours. You're going in all night. You come home. You hate your life essentially.
Exactly. No, I'm like hating my life. I'm like, dude, I'm doing this again, and I'm doing it again. Like going to work is not like anything I look forward to. Literally, and when I wake up, I'm like, oh, I have work today. Great. Like I'm hating it. So it's just not worth it, honestly.
And
if
at
you
least
work at Amazon, you like it. Hey, props to you. I personally don't like it. It's just not for me.
Jeff Bezos watching this like.
I know he's like, Brittany, shut up. Let me get you fired before you keep running your mouth about it.
But the dental office would be nice because
I love dental too. Like that's
you get to interact with people. At work, she's watching movies, just listening to music or whatever, and you're just sitting there like a robot, pretty much.
Literally, you're just like a robot listening to things. You're not even supposed to be listening to things, but I do it. Sorry, Amazon. But it's just boring. Like you're just imagine like a robot moving back and forth. That's practically what I'm doing.
And
it's
at the
so
dental
boring.
office, you can like talk to your coworkers and like
interact with the patients.
It's fun, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Talk to the patients, and your days go by faster, and she doesn't have to work all night. And you have weekends off, pretty much, like Friday, Saturday. Or no, Saturday, Sunday, but Fridays, your days would be short, right?
Yeah, my Fridays would be short, and then Saturday, Sunday off.
So I think the hours and everything would be better. So let's hope and pray she gets this job. It'd be awesome.
Praying. I really want it. I miss the dental field. It's so much fun.
She loves
hopefully
teeth.
It might motivate me to go back into my dental hygiene school.
She's almost finished. What is it, like a year?
I had a year of
A year and a
prereqs
half?
still. I was not almost finished. He just doesn't realize how short the prereqs are.
But you
Prereqs are
could get
usually
into
only
it.
2 years. Yeah. It's just so hard because like there's only one school in Vegas that has the dental hygiene program, and they only accept like 20 students per year. So I always get like really intimidated just seeing that number. I'm like, I shouldn't even try. But I really need to take that out of my mindset and realize like, hey, I have a shot if I put my mind to it.
No way they
But I
only
don't
accept
know.
20 students a year.
It's a year. I don't know if it's a
not
year.
like
Maybe it's
every
per
other
semester.
month, like,
No, you only apply by semesters. I think it's semesters or years.
that just seems crazy. That's like a doctor. Like,
That's why people. That's why
20
people are like take it so serious when they say I got accepted to medical school because they only
Dental's medical?
No, but it's just as like hard to get into medical school as
like
dental. I think there's a higher like medical school. I think in Vegas there's only 60 students that are.
There's
accepted.
more in medical than fucking dentist? Whatever.
That's not dentist. Dental hygiene is 20. Dental
That-
school,
yeah,
I
but
don't know.
20?
Yes.
20 people out of all the millions that live here?
Well, not
Well,
all
not all of
millions
them
are
do
like
that.
applying though.
But still, 20 students every year.
That's why they
stupid.
say you have to like really compete. You have to make sure you're having straight A's, that you're doing
Maybe
a
it's
good
different now.
application. No, it's the same. It's not going to change. That's why people take it serious and they're so proud of themselves when they get accepted to medical school because you don't realize how hard it is.
Okay, you keep saying
to get
medical.
Well, it's because it's people always like show off that they got into medical school. No one's like, oh my
Well,
gosh,
yeah,
guys, I got
because
into
that's
dental
like
hygiene
doctors,
school.
but I didn't think hygiene was like, 20 students a year, like the top of the dental hygienists.
Yeah, I think it's all.
I think
like
Vegas
that.
has too many people wanting to do it or something.
No, it's like that everywhere. Even when you go to California, you have to get accepted into
Well, that's
dental
California.
hygiene school.
I'm saying like Indiana. I feel like
I'm sure you also have to get accepted. Every
not
school
20
you have to get
students,
accepted.
bro. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's hard. But most people, that's why they will, like most dental hygienists that I've talked to, they always say that they went to a private school because they have a higher chance of getting in. But it's so much pricier. And I'm like, I'm not trying to put myself into more debt.
Yeah.
Like, I'd rather just try to be that 20 student, one of the 20
So what
students.
happens when you finish everything
You get your license.
and then you have to find somewhere?
Yeah.
What do you mean they accept people? Because like you finish everything and you have every accomplishment that you need to be a dental hygienist.
So then you take the
test
exam, just
And
like
then you
real
get
estate.
it.
You get it, and then you work for an office. You have to find somewhere to work at.
So where's the 20 people a year come into play? I'm confused.
To go into the school and actually start learning the program, start learning about how to clean teeth.
Oh, so
That's what you get accepted into. When you go,
so
like right
only
now,
20 people a year finish that. in Vegas.
If they finish it and they pass their exam, yeah.
They only pay 20 people to do it?
Mm-hmm.
To go to school for it?
Yeah.
20 people?
Per semester, a year.
That's so
stupid.
stupid. I don't believe it. I don't believe it.
It's crazy.
I don't believe it until you do it. That's ridiculous.
I know. That's what I'm saying. It's just scary. I don't know. Like the prereqs.
I think they just
tried
scaring you, man. They probably accept like 2,000.
No, they don't.
But we're taking real estate now. We haven't been like on top of it.
It's just hard for me. I say that
I don't have an excuse. I need to start grinding. I need to get my real estate license. It takes 90 hours. I'm already like 2 hours in.
I still don't like that I make an excuse for myself, but trust me, guys, when I tell you like I'm not working at Amazon, I literally just want to be lazy because that's how exhausting Amazon is.
And then we have to.
And like I have to also focus on our YouTube and my
podcast,
social media.
Cleaning the whole house,
like it's just hard to balance
a
out.
relationship, everything going on. It's just if she got the dental job,
it'd be so much more time on like for me
because she could relax more and everything, and she wouldn't be working all night. And then
Sleeping
on the weekends,
day.
she could do like 3 hours or 5 hours of the real estate school.
Exactly.
And then even during the week, like you'd get off at what, 4:30?
It's like 5. It's
then
not
we
even
could film
late.
like a podcast or a video twice a week. Like it'd be so much easier.
So much easier. Even if I don't get this like this exact dental office job, I still want to apply around and like see other office jobs because I just can't do Amazon. Like I said, I just personally can't. But yeah, hopefully I get a new office job and not work at Amazon very soon. And we can actually like focus on real estate again. And maybe, who knows, maybe I'll find my love for dental hygiene down the road.
I think for some reason her path is a dentist, or not dentist, but dental hygienist, whatever it is. I don't know. I just can see her doing that more than real estate. I feel like she's forcing herself to do real estate for some reason. Cause I'm not in love with it, but she doesn't know. I know a little bit about real estate and it interests me. She's just like, I guess I'll do it. I can learn.
I'll hate on it.
Cause the real estate agents in Vegas make a good amount of money. I think the average salary for a real estate agent here is like $84,000.
Which isn't
and
bad.
if we're both doing it times 2 times our YouTube income times whatever else we're doing, like we'll be making good money. And I always told myself when I couldn't do college, I mean, I could do it. I could complete it if I really put my mind to it, but I don't want to. I was like, I could do real estate. I could be a car salesman, but I'm just not doing college. Like I can get a course done, a 90-hour course.
It's hard to just sit down and like put yourself to school. That's how it is for me, at least. Like
I just need to lay in bed and let the course play and do like 3 chapters a day.
Yeah. Or even just like watch. Well, you have to still complete the courses, but like
and do the quizzes.
Yeah, do all that. But
I haven't been to
just
school.
Watching videos, also to like educate yourself more, so it actually engraves to your brain is good to do.
Yeah, I haven't been to school in like 6 years, so it's definitely like hard for me to sit down and like do it. But I think I'm gonna make myself do it. My Uber the other day is a real estate agent, and he was telling me like, oh, that course or whatever, like the schooling, they don't teach you everything. Like everything that you need to know for the test, it's not even all on there. So like you just gotta study the pre-exam for the test and shit. That's usually how it is, like a driver's test.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Well, like they give you unnecessary material, like stuff that you'd never use in real estate. Like the real estate agent I'm talking to, she's just doing a job that I honestly think I could do. Like you go look at houses with people, you got to know how to like come up with a contract and like put in offers, and that's it. You don't even know all the like dumb shit. Like I can't even explain what the course is. Some stuff about natural resources and real estate.
Natural resources, which I mean will be beneficial for certain like real estate people, realtors, but like
at the end of the day,
it's not for everyone, you know.
At the end of the day, you get a call from somebody, hey, I'm looking to buy a house, and you show them a bunch of houses. Literally,
you give them lists.
Yeah, there's a list every day. We get new houses, and hey, I want to go see this house. You call your real estate agent, you go see it.
You.
If they like it, they buy it, and you make money. Like at the end of the day, that's what it comes down to, and it's you being a good people person. I think I am. So I just need to get it done and pass the test, and I'm set.
Yeah.
So.
Just kidding. I'm messing with you.
Another note I have, or a topic, is: do you think that money makes you happy? I think money makes everybody happy.
It's one of those things, like it can, but it also can't. Like I could be the richest person on earth and I can still be depressed.
That's true.
It's one of those things.
If
like,
you deal with depression.
Yeah. It can make you, I think it's temporary. Like it can make you happy temporarily. Like I remember when I was growing up, my my mom, I love her. She's not like this anymore, but she used to show me it through like, or love through materialistic stuff.
Yeah.
And yeah, I would be happy, like, oh my gosh, I got this new iPhone. Like, I love you. I'm happy. I'm so happy. And the next thing you know, I'm like crying in my bedroom at night. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so depressed.
Yeah.
So like, I think it does make you happy for a second, but then it's just like, you have to still face like your real life. Like, let's say I have all this money, but I'm still single and alone. Like,
some people like being, it
no,
depends on you, who you are.
No, I know, but I'm just like giving that for an
Yeah.
example. Like, it can sometimes make you happy, but I feel like it's all for a moment.
I think it depends on what kind of person you are. Like if you love money and you don't care about being in love and you don't care about having kids and you just want to be rich, it can make you happy. But all I'm saying is if you're freaking get into a car accident and let's say like the person you're driving with dies, you're sad. Like they always say like, oh yeah, if like your mom died, you're super sad, but if I gave you $100 million right after, you'd be a little bit more happy. They always say that like money makes you happy. Like the worst thing can happen to you, and if somebody gave you like all the money in the world right after it, you're gonna be a little bit more happy.
That's true.
For some people.
But for a second, like I said, like
I don't think buying shit makes you happy. It's the financial freedom. That's what people don't understand.
That's
like,
true. Financial freedom. I can agree that will make me happy. Just knowing like I don't have to struggle on a daily.
Which
that
is
would
essentially
be a lot better.
money, but like.
Shoot, maybe money does make you happy because I feel like if
That's
you
why
aren't rich, it does stress you out. Like, oh my gosh, like, do I have this money to even spend on myself? Like, oh my gosh, I have to pay this bill. Like, so maybe money does make people happy. And we're just
financial
about
freedom. People say money like, oh, here's $1 million. I mean, you'd be financially free, but at the end of the day, it comes down to you not working. That makes people happier. So if you have $100 million, you don't have to work. Obviously, you could retire. So not having to go into work makes you happy. Not having to worry about buying. Like some people live paycheck to paycheck. So it's like not having to worry about that. Like going in, buying whatever you want, buying whatever food and necessities. Like
without having to like actually calculate it. Like, hey, can I afford this? Yeah.
Like I wonder, like I could have no money, but have like a financial freedom card and like buy the necessities, like a car, not like the most expensive, but like car, groceries, rent. If you could just get the stuff that is expensive in life paid for, I feel like everybody would be happy.
That's very true.
So I guess it just comes down to being financially free, not a set amount of money, like 100 million. Motherfucking camera turned off. I don't know where I was at. I'm gonna have to resync it, but next time this won't happen. But yeah, just being able to spend money on things you need and not having to worry about, oh, do I have enough money to do this? Or
exactly
being able to go on trips, travel, like that's what people want, just to be able to do that whenever.
I know. I keep seeing this tweet and it's like, my problem is that I want to travel and not work, but I forgot what it was. It was like, I want to travel and not work, but my problem is that I need to work to travel.
Exactly.
And I'm like, that's so true. Like we want to like travel and not work, but in order to do that, we have to freaking work and then travel eventually. Mm-hmm. It's just like, it sucks. I don't know.
It's just crazy that some people work like a 9 to 5 and work in a factory until they die, and they can love it or they can hate it. And then some people like are born rich from their relatives and never have to work. And then there's so many different career paths that it's just crazy.
I'm not hating on anyone that's rich or born rich, but man, I'm jealous.
Yeah. Like I people always think I'm like the spoiled one, and I was raised in wealth because my family's white and I'm white. I guess that's where people.
Well, you guys definitely weren't poor. You went to a private school thanks to your grandparents. Definitely.
Yeah, my grandparents were rich, but it's not like they're handing us wads of cash.
No, I know, but still, like that's already.
But we live paycheck to paycheck.
Lucky enough. I'm not talking about your family personally.
No, like my grandparents.
But I'm saying your grandparents definitely.
Grandparents paid for my private school, and I had like braces. Some people aren't even fortunate enough for that. But me as an individual, like all my friends, most of them got like their first car for free. Like their parents paid for all their college. They got a phone paid for. I paid for all my bills, like phone, car, insurance, like everything when I was in high school. I didn't get any handouts. Like I'd buy my own meals when I went out to eat. And a lot of kids just get handouts. But, oh yeah, we could talk about that for our kids. We were telling them.
Oh yeah. So I was talking to Connor because I always think, and like whenever I'm doing something, like if I'm driving, I think, or if I'm at work, I think. And I was just talking, or I Snapchatted him like, oh my gosh, like why do we, I don't know if this is still like a realistic idea. I think it's kind of like went away over time, but why do we expect kids to move out right when they're 18 just because they're an adult technically?
Yeah.
I thought that was like stupid because I personally, for myself, I don't want my kid working in high school unless like I maybe can't afford to give them like money for them to spend, and maybe they want to work to like be able to spend money. That makes sense. But like my goal is to not have my kid work, and I'd rather just give them like allowance but they have to earn it. And
I might make
like,
him work part-time, honestly. Like,
but part-time, you don't realize, like I was only working part-time in high school and it was still like taking up my schedule. Because
really?
part-time,
But
they
then
say,
like
like,
kids
you
get
only
lazy.
that's why you make them do things like just say like, hey, like at least on Sunday, just clean the whole entire house or whatever to your kid. They're gonna be like,
Yeah.
okay, well I'm gonna do that and make my $100 for the week, whatever. Like
True.
you have to make them earn it, or just like go wash the cars every week. Like that's money they can earn. You just have to make them earn it at least.
Yeah,
But
because
like I don't want my kid like being that kid. It's like, oh, I can't hang out, I have work, or oh, I can't be here this day because I have work. Usually part-time jobs in like that age is like a
terrible
retailer.
hours.
Yeah, terrible hours. It's a retail or fast food job for the most part, and you usually have to like work on a holiday. So like imagine it's freaking Christmas Day and your kid has to work because they wanted this
Yeah.
part-time to be able to hang out with their friends. Like I would hate that.
Yeah, my dad always said he didn't want my brother or me working in high school. My brother worked part-time. I never did because I had a career on Vine and shit. But he said because like you're going to work for the rest of your life. And I never had that mindset like I'm going to work for the rest of my life because I don't ever want to have to like work until I die. But that's true. Like
I worked since
high school is supposed to be a time to like grow, mature in good
experience,
ways.
have fun.
Have friends and like be able to have a social life. So when you're out of college and you're working for the rest of your life, if that's your path and you work, like enjoy your high school, because my high school was fun. I didn't work. My friends
See,
did,
I
a few
didn't
of
do
them.
that. Like that's where I was telling Connor, like I don't want my kid going. Like it wasn't hard. Don't get me wrong. It wasn't like dying or whatever. But I worked part time.
So you technically
After
work
school.
from your like
I've
16,
been working
17
since I was 16.
till
literally
65 is the retirement age.
Yeah, that's horrible.
That's like your whole life if you retire at 65.
Yeah, it sucks though. I just wouldn't want my kid doing it. I don't know. Like I worked when I was 16 and it was hard. And it was like worse because I live in Vegas, obviously, and I had chose for my first job to be like a casino mall job, and I would go to work right after school, so I'd be at work like starting at 3, I think,
You
and
wake
then
up, going to school, and
Yeah.
then go to work.
and my school started early, guys. I started school at 6 something. So
The fuck? Your school started that early?
yeah, or
The
7
hell?
or 7. I don't know.
Mine was
6 or 7.
7:25.
Mine was like at 7, I think. So I started school at 7, would get off at like 1, then would have to go home, get dressed for work because I obviously had to like have this trendy style for my job, and then go to work at 3 and then get off at like 11 p.m.
Fuck that.
And I would get home at like midnight because there would be traffic of everyone leaving at that
So you
time.
didn't have a life at all.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like I wouldn't want my kids going through that.
Yeah. You don't want to
People
spoil
think
them enough.
part-time, but it's like these part-time
Yeah,
jobs.
but then that means
sometimes
you
make
have to
do
buy them their first car. You have to pay for their phone. Those are the kids
you
that
don't
I
have to
was
give 'em
jealous of.
But you don't have to give them the lavish car. You can give them like a $3,000 car.
I guess.
Like if we're financially able to do that, I wouldn't be mad at that.
If they get good grades and stuff too, I think that should be good.
they
Like
should
if they're in
earn it.
honors and they're like getting all their good credits and stuff, and they're probably going to get a scholarship or some sort. Like my dad always told me if I got a full ride scholarship, he'd buy me like a nice car, like my first car, because that's expensive and they don't have to pay for college. They can like help pay for a car.
Yeah.
I'd do that. I think it's going to be fun, like raising a kid one day and having all these goals, because obviously our parenting is going to change once we actually have a kid.
Yeah.
Times are going to be different. It's going to be years down the road or whatever it is. So
Exactly.
but what do you, okay, this is weird because your brothers, a few of them live at home still. But like, what do you think the age is that they should be like out? I think there should be an age. I'm not going to lie. At least for the first time.
At least, like,
sometimes they come home for a year and they like need to get their life back together.
No, yeah. That's hard.
Like once they hit 18 and they're graduated from high school and they're in college.
I want to say like at least by like 23.
23?
Yeah, like around
That's
that.
not old. That's my age. I feel old.
That's crazy because I didn't
Well,
look
if
old
you
at
if you
all.
don't go to college,
like, yeah,
you should be working. If you're staying at home and you're 18, 19, 20, you should be working. You should be saving money.
I wouldn't kick him out though. Like,
would you make him pay rent?
Oh yeah, I'd be like,
maybe
easily, at least $300.
Maybe like the Wi-Fi or cable, something. Some parents just don't sit there. But
no,
like
they would pay.
If they're working 18, 19, 20, 3 years of work and like less than $300, $400 in bills every month and groceries, 3 years you should be able to get an apartment at least.
Exactly. I don't know. Or if they did want to live with me, I wouldn't have a problem as long as they know that they're going to have their bills to still pay at the house. It won't be as much, obviously, but I'm going to like need them to know that there's responsibility that you're going to have to eventually.
I'm going to say 21 out.
21?
21. 19, 20, 21. 18, 19, 20. That's like almost 4 years. Like 3 years. 21, you're old. You can drink. You should not be in your parents' house like living off of them.
My thing is, okay, well, I guess I understand. Because, like, right when I got out of high school, I still didn't know what I wanted to do for college and, like, with my life. So I took a year off. No, and I was working, obviously. I was. But I took a year off before I started college because I'm like, I'm not going to force myself to go into college and I don't know what I'm getting my...
So what'd you do in your year off? Nothing?
I worked, and then I was trying to think about, like, what I was into. And that's when I started getting into dental hygiene. So that's when I went into college the next year doing dental hygiene. And I liked it. But I don't know. It's just like... You said by 21, like if I wasn't dating you, I'd probably be dating or not dating. I mean, at my mom's house, still living.
Well, you're 21.
I know, but
okay.
Like,
So when you were 18, when did you graduate? When you were 18?
Yeah, I graduated when I was 18 and a half.
Okay. So what'd you do your whole career? We'll say 19. So 19 to 20, what'd you do? Dental?
I was going to college and working.
That's fine though. If you're going to college, like
I was doing full-time college and full-time school. So, dang.
Full-time college and full-time school? What?
Yeah.
Full-time college and full-time school. You just said that.
Yeah, I did that. Oh,
college, school.
I mean work. That's so
you should have just gone to college full-time. Like
it wasn't hard. College full-time is only going.
That's hard though, because if you do
4 classes,
college
that's
for
full-time.
2 years and realize it's not for you, and you like leave, then you're like behind because you didn't have money. Because like if my kid went to college, I wouldn't expect them to be out of the house. Well, they'd only be home for summers. I'd make them live in an apartment or a dorm. But like my brother, he goes to college and then in the summers he'll live at home. So if he just wanted to stop, he's already 20. He doesn't have any money because he's been going to school. Then it's kind of hard. Then maybe 23. But if you're not going to school and you're 18 and you're like, Mom and Dad, I don't want to go to school. I just want to like work. And you like
21?
Work at a factory or something. I'd say 21 at the max.
Oh, but it's so... I mean, I understand what you mean, but like, I don't know. It's so hard because like I just think about my paycheck. Like if I was 18 working at Amazon, which is a pretty good paying job, I could still not live on my own. Like how would I?
You could. You can get a 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom apartment.
Oh, true. Maybe I haven't been looking at the right prices, but maybe you could. Never mind. I don't know.
And
that's like, just scary though.
If you want a higher paying job, sometimes you got to go to college for it. So it's like, it sucks because there's like, obviously, if you work at like a McDonald's or fast food and that's what you do for 3 years,
dude, some colleges
you're not going to be able to afford a house or like certain houses. So it's like what you want to live in, what you want your life to be. Do you want to live in a nice modern house? Do you want to live in a
decent home that's not
decent home that's just a roof over your head? Yeah, you're going to have to, you can work a like minimum wage job and probably do that, but you're still going to live paycheck to paycheck. It sucks. Like it's scary that. It's just scary. I've never been in the situation where I have to like grind and like go to work and get my paycheck. I know it's just scary, and I feel bad for some people that are kind of lost. Like some people can't make $100K a year or even $60K a year. The average income's like 20 or I don't even know.
You know what's crazy is that
cheap.
When I worked at that dental office, I was considered full time, even though I was still I think only working like 30 something hours a week. And I looked at my paycheck for when I was like working there for maybe it wasn't a whole year. No, I think it was a whole year. And dude, I only made like 20K.
Yeah. 20K.
I'm like, what?
And the average.
I don't even know if it was 20K. It was like maybe 17K. I'm like, I only made that much being full time.
You can find rent for like 700, 800 in a bummy apartment here in Vegas, probably. Or you can live in like a decent one.
You look for roommates.
Yeah, roommates are nice. Or if you have like a girlfriend and you're both working, that helps. But like if you're single, I don't know. There's benefits of being single because all the money's yours. You don't have to spend it on a girlfriend or whatever.
Dang, what you trying to say?
But kidding. I don't know, dude. It's tough.
He's trying to
And
drop some
career
hints, guys.
paths are just scary because if I didn't have an audience, if I didn't do what I did for the last 5 years, I don't know what I'd do. I'm hoping real estate, but like,
I want to experience what that was like for a year.
what?
Just to like just you living your like influencer lifestyle and being able to survive off of like just social media. Like obviously not now, but like
Yeah.
just
It
even
is.
before.
I
I
don't
wish
know.
like I want to just experience like what's it like to be at home 24/7.
I wasn't like super rich and I definitely could have worked harder. It's just hard.
But still, you need a
when
job. Like that's
No,
already
I
good
don't
enough.
need a job. I've never had a job yet. A real estate is a job, but it definitely made me slack because I'm making money doing nothing. Like I'm doing something, but it's not with
Anything
effort.
like hard, yeah.
I wake up, I do whatever I do during the day. I go to bed and I wake up and I make money. And it's just like, if I wasn't doing that, I'd be finding other side hustles, like another business, certain things. And I should be doing that now, even though I'm making money.
Yeah.
Like I did stocks and crypto, and I want to start another business. I want to do these things, but it's so hard when like enough money's coming in to live a decent life. It's kind of hard to just like grind. Because when you're broke, you're like, I'm finding all these ways to make money. And when you like have money, it's kind of hard to like keep doing it and do other things. But they say like multiple streams of income makes you rich, and that's true.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's tough. I don't know. It's crazy. But I have a lot of respect for everybody who works. Whatever you do, if you're hustling on YouTube, not everybody's rich that does YouTube. I don't think I'm rich. I'm not rich. Like I said, I gave all my money to the government last year. And we're buying a house, and it's not like the greatest house in the world, but it's a good house, and we're blessed to do it. But I respect everybody who works. Whatever you're doing to make money, it's respectable because you're doing something.
Exactly.
But yeah, Brittany got her COVID shot. That was another topic.
Oh my gosh.
Amazon, technically they made you, right?
It's technically not required, but I had.
But they were bribing you with fucking.
They bribed me, and I got it. So, if you got the COVID vaccine, you got it outside the facility, you got like money off of it. But if you did it inside the facility, you get a day off of it.
And you get 2 doses, so that's 2 days off.
2 days off. You get to like save or use the day after if you were sore. So I was originally trying to save my day off that I had earned from this first dose. But let me tell you guys, okay, also, when I had got this shot 2 days after, when my arm wasn't even sore anymore. Oh yeah, so it was sore after the shot. Sorry, I'm like jumping everywhere, but 2 days after I had got the vaccine, my arm wasn't hurting anymore. All these TikToks came up on my For You page saying, do this after the shot, do this after the shot. And it's like
movement.
You have to like move it in circles for so long
muscles.
and fast. So I was like, where was this when I needed it? But the thing was, I did move my arm after the shot because I work with my arms all day for 11 hours. And my arm was still sore. I think
she's a baby.
No, I'm not. I can't even explain.
You cried about it for like 3 days straight.
Yes, it was so. I don't know if anyone else had this much of a sore arm. I was being active. I was moving it, but I couldn't even lift it up. It was so painful. And then the next day was still way too painful. And I was going to go to work. I was going to force myself. I was like, no, I can't. Like, I'm not doing this.
So you used your day off.
I used my day off that I had earned already.
Damn, they scammed you. They're like, okay, you get a day off. And then you're like, fuck, it hurts so bad. I can't go to work.
I know.
So you use your day off anyway.
I think that's why they give it to you, though, just in case your body did react like that. So you didn't have to use what you already had saved.
But you could have saved it and you could have stuck it through. But she just called off.
Yeah, I was like, I can't.
Wait, so do you have your other one still? Your day off? Or you didn't get the second dose yet?
I didn't get the second dose yet, but I still have like days off.
She's like, I'm not even going to get the second dose. I'm like, you might as well.
No,
You're already halfway through.
So people have said that the second dose doesn't hurt.
What?
They said like it's just like a bruise this time. It's not as sore because your body already
knowing you, you're
off.
my arm.
No, well, I'm forcing myself to work because I'm not using another day.
But dude, that's scary. Jeff Bezos could be like trying to population control and be teaming up with all these people, and there's so many conspiracies about it. Like, oh, get the shot. We'll give you days off.
It wasn't bad though. Besides like having a sore arm, I just felt like I had chills for a second because my body was obviously trying to fight the vaccine, and I got chills from it. But it wasn't
30 years down the road, you're like twitching and you lose an eye. You can't hear out of your left ear.
I'm the little.
You're the test dummy.
I was like, what is it? The test dummy?
I think like 20 million Americans have already gotten it, but
I didn't feel any other symptom. Oh, I got nauseous, but it wasn't like super like unbearable. I didn't really have bad symptoms. Luckily.
I see where people don't want to get it, and then I see where people want to get it. And I
want
see
to get
50-50.
because if it puts my life at a like less chance of catching it, I'm good for that.
But that's
and for
what they're
people
telling
around
you.
me too.
They don't
So I don't
know.
know. It's not right now. It's not harming me, so I don't care. If it harms me 20 years down the road, oh well, I'm gonna die either way. Like,
That's what I see that too. But then I see like it's weird that they're like kind of trying to force it upon people. Like
they're
you
not
need
forcing it though.
They're not forcing it, and that's what I tell my mom because my mom's so against it. But
they're not forcing anyone to get it. I wasn't forced to get it.
But they're saying if you don't have the vaccine,
UCT.
you can't go in here, you can't fly, you can't go to this state, you can't go.
That's not true. There was just an article about it. They said
some
that
places are though.
They said that they can't require it. They're
but I heard they are.
But they still have to go pass through all these.
But why even try to do that? Like if you don't want to get a vaccine,
well,
like you don't have to get the flu shot.
They don't want this COVID to like go back into their country and like.
But you have to get the flu shot.
The other one. That's different. The flu doesn't like affect people where it's like thousands of people are.
But COVID cases are already so far down. Like, is the vaccine's gonna help?
But I think that's why they're trying to prevent it. They don't want to go back to like thousands numbers.
I don't think it is. Like the whole COVID thing is just sus to me, man.
Oh my gosh.
I'm a conspiracy guy. I see both sides. I see why
you also think the earth is flat while you're at it.
But I can see why getting a vaccine is good. Like, yeah, it'll stop the spread. It'll help us control it, and we'll get back to normal life. But then I see the people that are like, I'm not going to put something in my body that was invented in 8 months. It's scary, and it's scary that they're trying to require it.
I think that's so funny. I mean, it is kind of weird that they did come up with the vaccine so fast. I agree. But there's so many things that we've done as people that should not make us scared of getting this vaccine. Like, I don't even know. Like, we were just talking about like the 5-second rule. Boy, if you did the 5-second rule, you should not even be scared of getting this
different.
vaccine.
You're getting a little dirt and particles and germs in your mouth.
Of poops, of pesticides, of all these things. Pesticides are deadly too sometimes.
Dude, you drop a cracker in school,
you get pesticides from getting in a hot tub, going into hot springs, going into a pool, going into a beach. Pesticides everywhere, left and right, that are deadly.
Yeah, how many people die from the 5-second rule a year, Brittany? Google it.
Hey, I wonder if people actually do. I'm kind of curious now. Has anyone died from a 5-second rule?
What a fucking article about a junior high kid. He dropped his Cheetos and ate the whole bag and died 2 hours later in the hospital.
That'd be crazy.
No. But I'm not getting the vaccine until they like
require it.
Well, I thought I had COVID. Yeah, I'm not getting it until they say, hey, you can't go on a flight, because then whatever, like I'll do it. I'm not that against it like some people are. But yeah, when I was in Indiana, second night I was there, we went out to the bars. And Indiana's mask mandate went away besides my city and then like the city next to us, because I guess they were high in cases. So they required you to wear a mask still. But the second night I was there, we went out to a bar, and like it doesn't make sense that you have to wear a mask into a store. But when you go into a bar, masks are fucking off. They're playing Future Mask Off. Not one person in there. Well,
because they're drinking, but still.
Yeah. And Richard said in Vegas when they were out, nobody wears masks either.
It's because you're drinking.
They can't really require you because you're sitting there trying to drink, take shots. Like, you're not going to pull it down. But then in a casino, they're strict, and they're like, hey, put your mask on if you're sitting there trying to drink. They're like, keep your mask on. Well, that's because you're
and I don't even know, actually.
You're in a bar, you're dancing next to people. But anyways, I thought I got sick because, like, the next couple of days, I thought it was because I slept in my cold-ass basement in my mom's house. I woke up and my throat was itchy. And then as the days went on, my body started getting sore. Like, when I went to the gym, I felt tired, and that's not usually me. And then I got all saliva build up, and I was like spitting in a bottle because it was so like hard to swallow. That's what she said. But then
You're so gross.
What happened?
He ended up, you got a fever, and then that's when he was like, okay, maybe I have COVID now.
Yeah, it was a weird ass night. It was like 8 p.m. I was like, Mom, I'm hot. I don't feel good. Like, my body just hurts, aches. Took my temperature. My fever was 100.4, and if you look it up, like COVID, it's like 100.4.
Oh, just any fever, or what's considered a fever.
But for some reason, it said COVID, anything over a 104. So it was 104 on the dot every time I took my temperature. So weird. But then the next day when I woke up, I had a mild one. Actually, it wasn't 104 every time. It was like 99 something. I was taking medicine to reduce it. But then, yeah, that was the only night. From 8 p.m. to the next morning at like 8 a.m., fever. And then after that, no fever.
Yeah, and then he had to take a same day like result COVID
I had to go
test,
get
and it was
tested because I
negative.
flew out the same day, 10 p.m. flight. So I went in early, got it done, and it was negative. And right now, I finally am over it. It was like a week thing. My sinuses, that was the first thing. My pressure was bad, and like it hurt so bad behind my eyes. Weird headache. So I don't know what it was.
I was
But
thought it might have just been like a regular flu.
and
Or
then
something.
I came back and her nephew had it, and then the people we're going to see in Oregon had like sinus issues and they're stuffed up, and it's just weird. Maybe it's like seasons changing,
cold,
allergies.
yeah.
It was weird.
Even just like a season cold.
I haven't had COVID yet.
I know.
Neither
Like,
has
I was
she.
literally telling Connor, I was like, it's funny how our body prevented us from catching COVID because we've never caught COVID, but we're over here like getting sick with a cold.
I know. We need
I'm
to get,
like, what
we
sense
still
does
need to
that
get
make?
tested for the antibodies. I've had like 3 tests I was supposed to go to, but I just never showed up because I think I slept
I know.
in.
He always tells me like I'm getting tested for antibodies and
We
like
should
never
both
comes back.
Commit to it and actually do it.
I don't know if I could anymore technically because I got the vaccine. I read something about like if you get the vaccine. Like,
Well, once you get COVID, I don't think you can get it again for like a certain amount of months.
Yeah, it's like 3 months.
3 months, you're like immune, which that's good. Like you can walk out and be like, okay, I'm pretty good. Still wear a mask and shit, but makes you feel more comfortable.
Yeah.
I guess that's what a vaccine
safe.
will do. You'll feel more comfortable because like you're
Like good. And
higher chance of not getting it.
Yeah.
But yeah, Brittany got her COVID shot, and
it hurt, but it was worth it for me.
Who knows where we'll be in a year from now? Everybody might have a vaccine.
So.
We might be.
I hope everything's normal. I mean,
it's getting back to normal slowly. I didn't even think.
But I just want it to
here.
be like normal and be like, guys, like I want them to just tweet one day, like, guys, COVID's gone. Like I'd honestly be jumping.
Nobody
I'd be
has
running
it.
outside, screaming like, it's over.
Nobody
like,
has COVID. You can do whatever you want. That'd be crazy.
It scared me, whatever that was. But no, I just want to be like, I want 0 cases. Like I want to be able to freaking.
I don't think it'll ever be like that. It's gonna be like the flu.
I want to be able to like touch my face again without having to like sanitize every second because
it made everybody super like clean.
Yeah.
Because I didn't used to wash my hands all the time, like before I ate and put hand sanitizer on every time I went to the store. But now like got everybody in the groove.
Exactly.
I'll always be like that now. I think even if it goes away. But like I said, I think it's gonna be a flu. Like every year, COVID cases are gonna happen.
No, don't say that.
It is. It's literally the flu.
I know, but I don't want.
It's gonna get down to flu
but
numbers
it's so
like every
contagious.
year.
I don't know. It's scary.
I think we'll get it under control.
Speaking of that, there's like this tweet that I saw, and it was like Las Vegas had got the radiant that's more life-threatening.
Oh, I saw that.
The first case here. And I'm like, hold on, who brought it? They need a quarantine.
But
Make
then
sure
I heard
not
like the second dose helps that or something. They're
I
not
don't know,
as
we'll
worried
see.
about it as we used to be, and it's like becoming more normal. So hopefully things get better.
I can't wait for the day I go outside and like not wear a mask. But
I
then
know.
again, like I don't even know if I'll be able to do that. Like I just hate people that like just
People are
passing
still
by
gonna wear
someone that
masks.
Sneeze. Like I'm just gonna be grossed out when someone sneezes near me. I'm like, get away, don't sneeze.
I know, like
Or
I feel
when
like I
someone,
can't
like-
cough anywhere.
I know.
Because I had a slight cough. It wasn't a huge symptom when I was sick. And I was
people,
like flying home trying to not cough, but like I needed to. I was blowing my nose. People were probably like
oh, that's
scared.
the worst when you have to like cough but you can't.
Yeah, it was an awkward
like,
cough. It was
worst.
like, just trying to clear my throat.
Also, I can't stand. Okay, people like Connor annoy the crap out of me. They don't like. I mean, like, because you don't cover your mouth when you cough.
Sometimes.
You're like, I do. No, you don't. He's like, like putting all the germs everywhere. I'm like, dude, you know, like you can like.
If I'm in
or
public,
you can go.
but if I'm just sitting here inside, I'm gonna cough out loud. Like, who do I have to get sick? Loon.
Me?
Loon. Our cat's on the camera. What are you doing?
He says, who do you have to
What are you
get
doing?
sick? What about me? What if you have a kid? You're gonna get them sick too? You know, kids get easily sick.
Yeah,
Did I
their
say that
immune
right?
system's not as good.
Yeah. So you better start covering your mouth once we have a kid.
I will.
I'll
I
beat
do
your butt.
sometimes. I just have a habit of just going, like just coughing in the air. But it's like a
Now, what
clearing
if
my
I had
throat
pneumonia?
cough. I'm not sick.
kidding.
I'm not sitting
Well, I
here
don't even know
sick
if that's-
coughing everywhere.
Yeah. Now, what if
What
that was my
time is
last
it?
straw?
It's 11 at night. Dude, my sleep schedule is actually really good.
You're tired?
I'm tired. I've been working out, boxing, everything. I've been exhausted, so it's kind of good. Is Oregon on the same time zone when we go?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
Okay.
I'm kind of hungry.
I'm not.
I need to find some food. I'm going to make some food, but we can wrap it up.
Okay. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this podcast. It was such a random many million topics.
It's
I
been
can't
fun,
speak
though.
English.
I think this was a longer one. Let's see where we're at.
Definitely longer.
We're close to an hour.
That was only an hour?
We're closer. We haven't been consistent. I feel like most podcasts go for like an hour and 15 to an hour and 20. That's like ideal, which we're getting better. Obviously, the first one was like 35, 40 minutes. And as time goes on and we sit here and talk, we could do it way longer.
We're slowly improving.
Yeah.
We'll
look back and be like, damn, we were so like amateur and now we're pros. So,
yeah.
Yep. We're excited to move forward, get our house, and keep going with the podcast and our YouTube videos.
Have a better setup and everything.
I know. We're going to make it professional.
There's
Not our kitchen table.
Wall.
Yeah. We're going to have it all set up and awesome.
It'll be nice.
And we want to get on Apple Music and like Spotify with the audio version because we're only doing these video versions. I'm going to make Brittany do all that. I'm going to make her figure out how to upload this because it shouldn't be that hard and we'll do it. So coming soon, we're going to have audio versions.
Coming soon to your local Apple store and Spotify.
That'll be awesome. But yeah.
We hope you guys enjoy this podcast. Don't forget to subscribe and
turn on notifications.
Yeah, turn on notifications.
Click the bell. Turn on the notifications. So next time we post a podcast, you're the first one here and you get to listen to it first.
Exactly. And stay tuned for our next one. Bye, guys.